You know, it is said regarding Aisha radiallahu anha that she spent an entire night crying in prayer while reading the dua in sajda. Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Allahumma ya musarrif al-qulub, sarrif qalbi ila ta'atik. The entire night she spent crying and making this dua in front of Allah. And what is this dua? Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub. And this is a dua that relates to all of us. We should make dua like this. Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub. Oh Allah, the turner of the hearts. You know the word heart, you know what we call it in Arabic? What's the word for heart in Arabic? Anyone know? Qalb. Don't say qalb. Qalb means dog. Okay? You don't want that being your heart. Qalb with a qa. Qalb is what we call the heart. You know why qalb is called the heart? Because qalb in Arabic means to turn. What does it mean? Taqleeb means to turn something. Okay? So when you turn something from this position to that position, when you change, this is what we call qalb. When you turn from one side of the bed to the other side of the bed, this is also referred to as qalb. You know, you're turning. And the heart has the ability to turn. You know, the hand, if you can lift 5 pounds with this hand, is it possible the next minute you can lift 100 pounds with it? Most likely not. Your hand can't turn that fast. But the heart can love you with complete attention and devotion and with sincerity, and the second, what can it do? It can hate you equivalently to the same level. That's the heart. When you see someone, someone says to you that there's a potential girl for your marriage, you think to yourself, subhanAllah, just by hearing that name, now your sleep is gone, and you're excited, and all you want to see is a picture and a profile and marriage biodata, right? One of those. That's what they call it in our culture, biodata. Right? They want to see one of those, and you're just really excited and goof. But the second you see that picture, like, and all that excitement just gets washed right out sometimes, just by seeing. And it's interesting how the heart can change like that. Do you guys understand? Intellectually, you can't convince a person that quickly either. If you believe in something intellectually, is it easy to change that person's thought? It takes time. You have to work on them, work on them, work on them, work on them. But the heart, on the other hand, changes just like that. It believes here, it loves here, tomorrow it hates there. That's why Ali radiallahu anh, he said something very beautiful. The narration is quoted by Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi in his Al-Adab al-Mufrad. It's the second to last narration. It's my most favorite narration that I read in that book. Even though all the narrations are beautiful, they're all a hadith, very beautiful. But as a child, I loved that hadith a lot because I thought it was very beautiful. It really related to me. And what did Ali radiallahu anh say? He said, "Ahbib habibaka hawnan ma asa an yakuna baghidaka yawman ma." And I haven't read this hadith since after that day. Maybe when I read this hadith, I was probably 12, 13 years old, but I still remember the exact words. He said, "Ahbib habibaka hawnan ma asa an yakuna baghidaka yawman ma, wa abghid baghidaka hawnan ma asa an yakuna habibaka yawman ma." What does this mean? The rough translation. He said, love your beloved so much, keeping in mind that tomorrow he may be your enemy. Love your friends so much. Don't get over-attached. You know, love them, be good friends, but keep everyone at a distance because tomorrow, asa an yakuna baghidaka yawman ma, tomorrow that person may become your enemy, so be careful. And then the other side, he says, hate your enemy so much to a limit, because tomorrow he may become your friend, and you have to then know how to deal with him. But if you went overboard with him, then you can. And if you went overboard with him, you won't be able to take him as an enemy, because the second he becomes your enemy, now he's going to exploit you in front of the world. They're having that balance. And the qalb is something that, you know, it turns, right? It turns from here to there. And Aisha radiallahu anha in this sajda, she's making this dua, Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, oh Allah, the turner of the hearts. Thabbit qalbi ala dinik, make my heart firm on your deen, don't let it turn away from the deen. Make it firm. I don't want it, you know, the heart is like a fish, it turns. But with my heart, once it settles on the deen, once it's on that side, just nail it. Bam, thabbit. Nail it right in, and I don't want it to turn from the deen ever. And then she said the second part of the dua, and this is a prophetic dua by the way, it's in the hadith as well. Allahumma ya musarrif al-qulub, Allahumma ya musarrif al-qulub, sarrif qalbi ila ta'atik. Oh Allah, the changer of the hearts. The heart has the ability to turn, and it also changes, right? It changes in its way that sometimes it's attracted to something, sometimes it's not attracted to something. Allahumma ya musarrif al-qulub. Oh Allah, the changer of the hearts, sarrif qalbi ila ta'atik. Change my heart towards your obedience. Today I may not like it, but once my heart loves obeying you, make sure it doesn't leave there. You know, and some of us may have experiences in our life at some point that all of a sudden we enjoy worshipping Allah. Have you ever experienced that? Maybe it was during one dua that you made, or some tasbih that you made, or once when you were going on Hajj or Umrah, where all of a sudden salah just became enjoyable. And you started loving reading the Quran. You're reading the Quran one day and you're like, wow, this is so much fun. I never read it like this before. Or one day you're reading some tasbih and all of a sudden you just start enjoying it so much. The Prophet ﷺ is teaching us this dua. And this is actually taken from a verse of the Quran, right? This is actually taken from a verse of the Quran that we, these things where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these du'as are ultimately, they're prophetic. They come from revelation. And the Prophet ﷺ is teaching this to the companions that make this dua, oh Allah, the turner of the hearts, turn my heart and change my heart towards your obedience.